I've had over 100 experiences with men and women under the sheets, and I've got pretty good at understanding what turns him on, what makes him hard, and what he wants more of. So I'm going to go straight into it, and in this video I'm going to give you 3 things that you can implement whilst you're in the bedroom that is going to make you so magnetic that he is going to want so much more of you. The first one that I'm going to share with you is probably going to feel a little bit uncomfortable. So as we've grown up, we have gone through life to be conditioned that our body, especially in a woman, is for a man. So we show up and just wait. But we want to bring that back a couple of steps here. A man is going to be so much more turned on when you are actually loving and feeling your own body. I get it. It can be quite uncomfortable. So that initial moment when you go to reach for him in the bedroom, or you're lying on the bed as he's getting out of the shower, how can you turn yourself on that extra little bit more? A man loves a woman who is connected to her sensuality, who is magnetic, who is radiant, who is confident, who is charismatic. He is just going to melt within your energy if you allow yourself to be like that. And you're probably like, yeah, but Katie, I'm so shy, I'm so nervous, I'm so intimidated. How do I do that? Exactly why I'm here, guys. So without rushing to that pleasure or rushing to touch him or rushing to feel him, how else can you ignite that pleasure in your own body first? And what this might look like. Are you someone who has got body image issues? Are you someone who has a low self-esteem? Are you someone who is maybe worried about their weight? Are you someone who doesn't feel comfortable in communicating in the bedroom? If you've answered yes to any of these, this is a moment to look at yourself within this. How do you feel in your own body? Can you turn yourself on? Can you stand naked in front of the mirror and be like, oh my God, I am the sexiest goddess ever. I feel like my own inner Beyonce. Or are you someone who just kind of crawls in and just open your legs and, hopes for the best? If you want him to want you, we need to ignite that sexual energy in your body first. The first simple little exercise that I'm going to give you that you can do straight after this video is going to stand in front of your mirror. You can stand ideally in your lingerie or nude if you feel comfortable. And I just want you to look at yourself in the mirror. How do you feel in this moment? Are you feeling anxious? Are you feeling intimidated? Are you feeling nervous? And just notice what feelings are coming up without needing to get too scared about them, and just allow them to be present. You may have gone through your life where you have always been intimidated when you look at yourself in the mirror, but this is the moment where that discomfort is really going to lead to growth. So as you're standing in front of the mirror, I want you to name 3 things that you love about your body. And that can be, I love the way my hair is styled today. I love my eyes. I love my smile. Or it can be, I feel really sexy when I'm standing like this. Or I love getting onto my knees and looking at myself in the mirror. You can really play with this. And if you've never done it before, I completely understand how it can be a little bit intimidating. Just remember, we're going to have fun with this, okay? If you can allow yourself to feel 110% confident, charismatic, magnetic, and alive in your own body, naturally, when you're in the bedroom, you will feel so much more comfortable in loving yourself, in turning yourself on or calling him in, because you already feel that. Rather than kind of feeling like a cold robot who doesn't really know what they're doing and just waiting for him to activate you. Remember, a man wants you to feel turned on already in your body. He doesn't always want to have to turn you on. We as women have that ability to do it within ourselves, and this little exercise is going to get you on the way. During the multitude of experiences, I have had the opportunity to be sitting on the bed, to be in my full sensuality, to feel so turned on in my own body, and to not be bothered if he loves me, if he wants me, if he's coming over for me, because I know how confident and empowered I feel within myself. And in that moment, obviously, don't get me wrong, this has been built over time, but in that moment, I have voiced to him, it's like, does it turn you on when a woman is in her sensuality, when she's in her sex? And I think you can guess what they've replied. Yes. The self-enjoyment from a woman makes them feel wildly aroused, valued, and wanted. If you want to be having better sex in the bedroom, we want to be turning you on to lead to that, because it's not a man's job to do it all. Don't get me wrong, it is amazing when they do it all, but come on, it's 2025, we've got to be real here, girls. A lot of men won't actually admit it that they like seeing their woman in her full pleasure. So why does it matter? Because most men won't admit that seeing you in your own pleasure takes the pressure off them, and then they can actually relax. Because often in the bedroom, you know, it's a man doing a lot of work, but if they feel wanted, if they feel that you also are on board into the experience, he can actually come out of his head, be more present in his body, which means you are going to enjoy that extra little bit more. Isn't that what you want, girls? Alrighty, the second thing that I'm going to share is probably one of my favorites, and I work on this a lot with my clients, is the communication. So ideally, you want to be asking him what he wants in the bedroom. Same again, he's going to feel appreciated and he's going to feel wanted. Any man that feels wanted, he's going to give it back to you tenfold. I can assure you this. The more that you're asking what he wants, it's also going to come back around and he's going to ask you what you want. A man wants to please you, but he's not a mind reader. If in your past relationship you like doing X, Y, Z, if you haven't had that conversation with this new partner, how do they know? You're not talking about it, you're going to get so much more frustrated because you've got expectations of thinking that this is what he should be doing, but you've never had the conversation about it. It's not only women that can get in their head when they're in the bedroom. A lot of men are actually unsure whether they're doing it right or wrong. So having this level of communication, and it can be really, really small, such as, hey babe, do you like this? Do you want more of this? Shall I go up? Shall I go down? Is this good for you? Just little nuances of conversation is really going to build first the connection, but also that level of communication. And the more that this is built, he's going to be like, oh my God, she is so turned on and she wants me so much. I am going to please her till the cows come home. Not only when you're asking him what he wants, this is also a good reflection and a moment for yourself, because when you're in the experience, you can be like, oh, I love it when you do that. Can you do more of this? Can you see how the connection is going to be built here? So many couples, and I see it so often in my clients, they come into the bedroom without even having conversations around intimacy, and they expect themselves to be having this 365 days Netflix style intimate experience when they've not spoken about it. And I get it can be a little bit intimidating. So as always, I've got an exercise that you can try after this video to start implement your confidence within this. And that is going to stand in front of the mirror, just like we did earlier, but talking to yourself in the mirror. This is going to internally boost your confidence and the words that are coming out of your mouth. So within this, your vocal skills and your voice is actually having a practice. It's kind of the same with anything. You know, if you need to have an awkward conversation with your partner or your boss, whoever that is, if you can start having those conversations out loud, your nervous system and your body is going to feel a lot more safer and confident that you can have this conversation, rather than kind of throwing yourself into the experience and you're not prepared for it. I'm all about being prepared for great things in life, and if you can make this happen in the bedroom, you are flying high. So when you're actually standing in front of the mirror and you're telling yourself everything you love about your body, we can add the conversation in of what would this feel like to have this conversation with your partner, such as asking questions or asking him what he likes, and even voicing what you like. So the next time you're actually in the bedroom, whether this by yourself or with your partner, can you have those little moments and notice like, what do I feel? And maybe you've never had this experience to be like to actually notice what you feel. And the majority of women haven't. The majority of women have been suppressed. the emotions, the feelings, to not speak up, to not feel anything. And this then really comes out in such an unhealthy way. This leads to issues in relationship. This leads to toxic cycles. This leads to low libido. This leads to the desire for the lack of intimacy as well. And that is not what we're about on this channel. And I'm going to let you in on another little secret here on how you can play this out, is changing the tone of your voice. So bringing it more into a playful, sexy tone. Or, hey babe, I really, really like this when. Look, obviously I'm playing mine down a little bit, but you get the picture. Have an exploration with this. And if you know you're going to be a little curious on this, I do teach more of this inside my School of Sensuality. Inside my Patreon, you can find unlimited exercises for body love, for confidence, for self-pleasure, and for that juice that you desire to share with your partner. I teach you everything from the bread and butter so you can really love yourself first and then bring this into the relationship. You can find all of the links to the School of Sensuality below, and that's going to lead me now into the third one, is to stay present and don't have any pressure to perform. One of the deepest turn-ons for a man is your actual real pleasure, not you performing. If you are sitting there or lying there or feeling there and faking it, there is a chance along the line that he is going to notice your energy and notice that you aren't quite in alignment. So how can he keep giving you this pleasure if you're not receiving it, if you're trying to moan like a porn star? What he truly wants is your presence. Men do act really casual when it comes to sex, but they can be really deeply intuitive to a woman's body. So if you are connected and in tune with your body and you listen to your gut feelings in your own body, he then has the ability to pick this up within you, because remember, the man is leading in the bedroom. If you're like a robot or a piece of wood, how do you expect him to lead with you in the bedroom? And the reason that you'll be like a plank of wood or a robot is because you are not present. You are trying to show up, you're trying to perform, and you're not actually dropping into your true pleasure. It's like a light switch. If you're in a room and the switch is off, obviously there's darkness, you're not really feeling much. Whereas you come into a room and you put the light switch on, you're going to feel light. There's the brightness there, there's the activation. Sex is just the same. If you're faking it, if you're disconnected, he is going to feel that. It's going to dampen you even more. But whereas if you come in, like all the exercises that I've just shared, in an erotic, passionate, playful way, your sex is going to get so much better. And you're going to be like, but Katie, I can't stay present when I'm in the bedroom. The biggest thing that I'm going to share with you is when you notice that you are in your head and you're not actually present or you're feeling, that's okay. It's normal. You are not alone within that. What I suggest is coming back to notice what you can feel. So can you feel the bed sheets on your back? Can you feel the sweat dropping down his legs? Can you feel your hair on your neck? And so noticing, okay, I'm thinking right now, he doesn't know what's going on with inside of me, but why am I wasting my time thinking when I could be feeling instead? Activating our senses allows us to stay present in the moment because we're actually feeling. I get it. I know it's so hard to feel so disconnected and numb for your body. And if this is you, like I said before, inside the School of Sensuality, I really take you on a journey to really learn more about your body, about connecting to your pleasure, not being anxious and not always being up in your head, and really giving your body a moment where you can be present. This is what's going to activate you and open you up so much more, and that is what he wants. Men don't always talk about their feelings. They don't often share this kind of thing out loud. But if you, as a woman, your feminine, sensual essence can lead with that, he naturally is going to be so much more attracted to you. If you really implement everything I've just shared, you are going to unlock another level of pleasure, not only just together, but in your own body as well. We're all individuals at the end of the day, and we have to take responsibility of ourselves to turn ourselves on, to come into a space of like, oh, wow, is this what it feels like to be super activated? I'm honestly so excited for you guys. Let me know in the comments what you're going to go and try tonight. Come back next week and I'll have some more juicy topics for you. See you in the next video, guys.